Show me your world, Chris.
Well, I thought we'd start with Christ's Tram Museum.
Great.
Dear Mum, Yorkshire is lovely, not like you said at all. They can smile, and they do sell my pasta sauce. The caravan bed is quite short, but Chris is a sensitive lover. Hope you can be happy for me. Love, Tina.
Yeah, good girl.
You are going to pick that up.
I didn't do that.
If you don't pick up this excrement immediately, then I'm going to have to inform the National Trust.
Report that to the National Trust, mate.
I don't want this to ruin our holiday.
Get in.
Never thought about murdering innocent people before.
He's not a person, Tina, he's a Daily Mail reader. Say one word and it's...
I get it, it's just thinking outside the box.
The police are pursuing a ginger-faced man and an angry woman.
Sit! You're a liability. You're just like your mother.
Has it gone wrong?
Yeah, a bit.
You didn't let him see you do number twos, did you, Tina?
We both said what a nice couple we thought you were. Oh, I love her.
I can fly!
Everyone else seems to find it so easy to express themselves. I mean, even you've got your knitting. Have you had a nice holiday?
Yeah, had a brilliant holiday.
Fuck you!
Developer Sessions. Before we get started, a little bit of housekeeping. As you may know, all of today's sessions are being streamed live on YouTube at youtube.com/Eurogamer. So we do ask, out of respect for our speakers, that if you want to see it again in high def, you go there to do that rather than filming in the auditorium. So thank you very much for your assistance with that. So yeah, without further ado, allow me to introduce our speakers. We have Brian and Meagan from Crystal Dynamics, who are going to show you Tomb Raider.
So I wanted to thank everyone for coming. It's an honor for us to be invited to Eurogamer. This is Meagan Marie. She's our communications manager and community manager. My name is Brian Horton. I'm the senior art director of Tomb Raider. I want to give a little bit of a backdrop to what we're trying to do. This is a reimagining of the Tomb Raider franchise. Lara Croft is 21 years old. She's on her first expedition, and they crash land on this mysterious island in an island on Japan. And what we're going to see here is Lara has just emerged from a den. She's escaped, and she's now at the rocky shores, and she's going to try to go inland to see if she can find some survivors. Hope you guys enjoyed the presentation.
This way.
Sam? Roth? Can anyone hear me?
I've got to find them. Okay.
Is anyone listening? Please respond.
Let's see if this thing still works.
Lara's acquired her new signature weapon, the bow. It's really important to us that the player has a lot of freedom of movement. This is one of our exploration spaces. And in this instance here, Lara needs to hunt for food to survive.
So hungry. I need to find something to eat. Sorry. Right, back to camp.
Here we see Lara's survival instinct. It's a way that can help her navigate the world, see what's important, but in addition we have these natural landmarks, this river. She follows the river up and she'll be able to make her way back to the campsite.
Conrad Roth, captain of the Endurance. We're shipwrecked on an island inside the Dragon's Triangle.
Roth?
Lara! Easy, what happened?
I was captured by a man. Step 2. He killed Steph.
Steph? Oh God, poor girl. Are you safe, Lara? Where are you?
It was horrible. It's my fault. It's all my fault.
Lara, listen to me. I sent an SOS from the Endurance before I abandoned her. Hopefully somebody caught it. I've spoken to the others. We're regrouping at my location.
Please come and get me.
I have to stay here. You can do this, Lara. You remember when we climbed Snowden? You said the key was knowing that all you've got to do is just keep moving. Now find a way up the mountain, through the old ruins, and keep your radio on.
Okay. Music. Hello? This could be a way through. Damn it! None of this makes sense. Need something to pry this open. I can use this.
The others wanted to go further inland. After that, I never saw any of them again.
Lara! You're alive! Oh, it's okay, he's one of ours.
Oh, I can't tell you how good it is to see another friendly face. At first, I was worried Sam was one of those savages who live here. Have you seen them?
Yes.
Terrible, brutal people. I barely avoided being captured.
Look, he bandaged my foot.
Oh, it was the least I could do. My manners, I am sorry. I'm Matthias. a teacher by trade. Not really cut out for island life, I'm afraid.
Lara, hungry? We should probably go find Ross and the others.
Of course. The more of us, the better.
Right. Safety in numbers, like that night in Brighton, Sam, remember?
In Brighton?
Yeah, Tartuga, remember that?
Oh. Maybe Lara and I should go get the others.
Well, we shouldn't separate. Not in this place.
Hey! Let over!
We've waited so long, but we must be sure.
Let go of her, Sam! Sam! Shit!
Okay, but whatever we're gonna do, let's do it fast.
What about Rob?
We have to split up. One of us go with Lara, get to Rob, the rest we find Sam.
No, I'm going with you.
We'll get her back. You got to go to Roth.
I'll go with her. No, let me.
You know how to use one of these?
Yeah. It's been a while. Yeah. It's all coming back to me. Hang in there, LC. You gonna be okay?
Yes, I probably just need to rest for a few minutes.
You sit here. I'll check up ahead.
Not so bad.
Up here, I found something!
These are fascinating.
I've seen these before. Around Steph's body.
They must be ritualistic.
This female image is particularly interesting.
Looks like it was made quite recently.
By those islanders, no doubt. Judging by the wrecks out there, they were once like us. Survivors. Remarkable.
Yes, well, let's hope we don't become murderers, too.
See if you can work the other one.
The handle's missing.
Together.
Oh, shit. It won't take the force. I'll have to find something sturdier to turn it with.
Must be something around here we can use. Incredible.
These supplies will reinforce my axe. Need to find more. Back off! Another shrine. Who are they worshipping? Should do it. I should return to camp to improve my axe.
Okay, these are our base camp system. This is how we upgrade the weapons and tools in the game, and Lara will actually upgrade her abilities as well. In this case here, we had to strengthen the axe. She used the salvage to do so. Now we can clear the gate.
All right, Lara. Shall we give it a go then?
Let's do this, Doctor.
Whenever you're ready.
Symbols, it could be Queen Himiko.
Himiko was certainly the most renowned of the Japanese queens.
Some say Himiko's power was shamanistic, elemental.
A woman wields that much power and sooner or later it gets called witchcraft.
We shouldn't discount anything, even what may seem to us irrational. We still have much to learn about.
Sound like my father.
This could be an even greater mystery than the Lost Fleet. It's one hell of a story, Lara.
Not if we don't live to tell it.
Incredible. It is Himiko.
But look, the bowl, the candles. Why is she still being worshipped?
This island. It must have once been part of Yamatai.
The Lost Kingdom.
It's like finding Atlantis.
But this is real, Dr. Whitman. We're not standing on a myth.
No, we're standing on a gold mine!
Come, quickly. Your friends are hurt.
Yes, probably by them.
Get back.
They can't be trusted. You still have a gun.
I don't want any trouble.
No.
We'll come.
No.
But I insist that afterwards you take us to whoever's in charge.
What are you doing?
Be quiet.
No!
I'm handling this.
No!
No! Please!
Get off!
Just go along
them, Lara. Do whatever they say.
Дай меня пистолет. Иди. Пошла.
Who are you people? What's wrong with us?
Lara!
If they give you any trouble, kill them.
Don't hurt them,
I
please.
said silence, girl. А ты ведь хорошенькая, да? Напоминаешь мою сестру. Run them up! Run them up! Don't you fucking move! Kill them all!
Hey, bring up the prisoner!
Don't make us
Yeah, I'm on it. Anything? I can't find her. She's gone. Well, keep looking.
There!
God.
Hey! Hey! You gotta run on the track!
This group's got some fight. Gonna have to kill them somehow. Too bad.
All right.
What do you see?
Clear. Keep moving up the mountain. Kill the rest.
Любишь играться в прятки, малышка? Думаешь, удастся спастись? No one escapes. Out! Вылезай! Но трать моего времени! Она тоже была порядочной стервой.
Oh, God.
Good job. So thanks for coming in and watching a little bit of our Crossroads demonstration. Megan did a great job, by the way.
Thank you.
I guess we're open this up to Q&A, right?
Yeah. If you guys have questions, we'd love to hear them.
So I could talk about anything regarding art, design, anything creative, story, and we'd love to just be able to share as much as we possibly can with you guys.
Cool. So there are guys with microphones in the audience. If you have a question for these guys, stick your hand up. One of our microphone guys will find you. Stand up to ask your question and then take a seat again. That'd be great. And I think for our first question, we're going to the right-hand side here. Is that right? There we go. Yep, just keep talking and then it'll come alive.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That was awesome. That was obviously a very tightly scripted portion of the game. I'm wondering how much freedom the player will have for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so what we showed is sort of an early sort of setting of where we're going with the game. It sort of sets up the character and the drama. You saw a little bit of an exploration space. For interest of the demo, we didn't go and do everything that you can do in that space, but there's a lot of collectibles and things like that in that environment, journals, secondary challenges. But there is more, to the game as far as like there's these really large hub spaces that we've introduced, and they're meant to be explored many times, multiple revisits. You're going to see them at different times of day with different weather conditions, and it will definitely satisfy those out there that are looking for a more non-linear exploration experience.
Thank you.
Yep.
Great. The next question's over here on the left. Yeah, here we go.
Hello. Hi. Thanks very much for sharing with us. Just wanted to ask you showed us a little bit of the experience where you get extra levels. Is that a level or is it an unlock system? And also, can you explain some more of the things that you get in later on in the game? And is it something you'll need to do multiple playthroughs to see all of the content?
So what you showed a little bit of the base camp system. Is that what you're referring to? Yeah. So that is our interface. It's brand new for the Tomb Raider franchise to come up with a leveling system. Not only is it a survival motif, the idea of going to a campfire or base camp, we've also turned it into a place where Lara can use her survival experience to upgrade her abilities, and also use her salvage that she's collected throughout the environment to upgrade her tools and weapons. And that's going to play a large role in the game, and also another area where you have some freedom of choice. There's multiple things that you can upgrade, and based on your preference, you'll be able to tune and improve your character as you see fit. As far as like later in the game, we're not revealing a lot of details about how that is rolling out from a story perspective, because we want to sort of keep a lid on that. But the goal is to make sure that what you're seeing here it's a journey, right? You're seeing Lara very much at the beginning of her arc, but she is going from the very beginning, someone who's inexperienced, to a hero, and we're really excited to be able to showcase more of that journey as we develop later in the campaign.
In terms of level, though, it's not like she's not going to ding at 99 or anything like that. It's not an actual level count. It's more of that evolution of her character manifested through actual traits.
Yeah.
So is it a mixture between unlocks for combat or unlocks for exploration?
Both.
Yeah.
It's really interesting because you can choose how to allocate your points based on what you prioritize. So if you want to excel more in combat, you can. If traversal and maybe exploration, getting some help on the exploration front is more of your priority, then you can do that also.
Okay, the next question is down here in the centre. And keep your hands up, by the way, because then we can preload the mics for you.
Hello there. First of all, I was very concerned when I first saw the pictures that it was going to end up being Tomb Raider Silent Hill, and that's reassured me. I do miss the blue tank top, but I love the direction you're taking it. Now, I'm a big fan of Lara, and I'm a big fan of Nathan Drake, and I've often wondered who would win in a fight. Luckily, there's a game coming out quite soon which would have answered that question. I was wondering if there's any chance maybe we may be seeing Lara in any other games sometime soon.
We have no announcements for Lara in any other game other than Tomb Raider at this point. But yeah, well, I really appreciate your thoughts on the direction. I will say one thing about the gray tank top. In certain light, it does look blue. So in those moments, you can relish in the fact that her tank top looks blue.
It's a chameleon top.
Yep.
Okay, the next question's over here on the left, I believe. Yep, up you get.
Can you?
Yep, keep talking, it's fine, we can hear you.
Can you tell me a certain art direction you went to, how the research led you to go into this particular direction, like the dress, and did you go location scouting and take actual photographs? Where did you get all this sort of inspiration from art-wise?
Yeah, thanks for that question. First of all, I just wanted to compliment the team at Crystal Dynamics. They've done an amazing job bringing what you see to the screen. It takes a lot of hard work to get that to happen, so I really appreciate all the artists that made that happen. The art direction, what we wanted to do with this as an evolution from past Tomb Raider games, is to make sure that we were fitting the goals of a survival story. Once we knew it was an origin story and we wanted to use survival as a tone, that sort of established the look that we were going to be going for, something a lot more realistic and believable. We put a lot of attention and detail into our lighting engine. We rewrote it from the ground up to make sure that we can have this really lush time, multiple times of day, all real-time lit, multiple weather settings. The team is very much passionate about making a world that feels believable. So in addition to invention, we did a lot of research and gathering. I was able to take a trip out to Japan, and I went to this awesome town called Nikko, and they had these beautiful forested shrine section, and we saw a little segment at the very end that was very much taken from the reference trips, the reference that we gathered from that trip.
Okay, next question's over here on the right, I believe.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm just wondering, how many locations will we see in the game, or is it completely restricted to the island?
Take this one.
If it is only on the island, what kind of different areas of the island would you see?
Yeah, so the game does take place on one persistent location. We wanted to do that to make sure that there was a solid foundation for Lara's journey to play out on. But that being said, it's really important to the team to make sure that the island felt like it was its own character in the game. So I know early on I get a lot of this from fans. Is it going to be a dark and gloomy game all the time? And it really isn't. There's a lot of natural beauty to the island. So you see the shipwreck vista, and then you also see the kind of quiet, solitary forest areas. Then you see the ones that are kind of steeped in Japanese history. Then we teased a little bit of a World War II bunker. And at the end of the demo we showed at E3, we panned out onto this giant vista that was layers of that Japanese culture on top of these scavenger huts, kind of like a shanty town. So there's a lot of personality and a lot of diversity on the island.
Okay, next question over here on the left, and then there's one in the centre.
Hi, is there going to be trophies and achievements in the game, and if so, how many playthroughs do we have to do to get all of them?
Well, there will be most certainly trophies and achievements. I don't know.
We're not going into the account really in the amount, but the thing that's cool about this game is I mentioned the hubs earlier. To really get all the achievements and to really feel like you're a completionist player, there is going to be a desire and want to retraverse through this game. One other additional feature of the campsites is fast travel. So once you get to a campsite and you've completed a location, you can go back to that location, you've got new gear, and you can unlock different parts that might have been locked to you earlier. So I think there's going to be a lot of fun to be had within the context of a play to maybe want to take a step back, or when you're done with the game to maybe retraverse that island. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun for replayability.
Okay, there's one in the centre.
Hi, just apologise for my northern accent in advance, so if you can't listen, I apologise. Obviously, earlier Tomb Raider titles, Tomb Raider 1, Tomb Raider 2, there was an emphasis on a lot of puzzle solving with a lot less hand-holding. I just wonder if in this one there's going to be any real puzzles to solve.
Absolutely. The puzzles are a huge part of the component of the game. You've got traversal, combat, and puzzle solving. The flavor of puzzle solving, though, that we're taking in this game is much more about physics and physics relationships. So we showed in our Den level, which was a couple E3s ago, that relationship between fire and water and burning cloth. So that's some of the DNA of how our puzzles work, is we try to take systems that are real-world things that you understand, weight transfer, the use of physics, and we make that into our system of solving puzzles. So there are going to be brain twisters throughout the game. The other thing that's kind of cool is through our exploration, there's going to be side tombs all around the game that are also going to have puzzles. So for those that are really puzzle hungry, they're going to be able to go off the main linear path and even perform more puzzles in the game, which is pretty cool.
Okay, there's a question on the right-hand side, I believe, and then there's another one down here on the left. Here you go. Hang on, there are two. You first, yeah.
Okay, right. Sorry. In the original Tomb Raider games, even though they were organic environments, they were very much inorganic. So you were a cardboard box running around with cardboard boxes. Whereas in this game, obviously, it is a more organic environment. One of the things I noticed was whenever Lara was evading the bandit-type guys, that it was a linear path, but it looked difficult to traverse. So from an art direction point of view, how do you guide the player through these different paths, and how do you turn something that's meant to be natural into something that can be traversed? What kind of challenges have you faced?
Yeah, one of the #1 goals we had for this game in a traversal sense was to make sure that the levels were organic yet very fluid to navigate. I cannot tell you the amount of time and attention we put towards not only constructing these spaces, but making sure the collision is in such a way that Lara will be able to fluidly navigate across it. So the challenge is, how do you make a realistic, naturalistic space navigatable, and they know where they're supposed to go? We do use a combination of things. Landmarking, for one, like we talked about the rivers and streams. We use patterns like fallen logs. Anytime you see a fallen log, you're going to know you're going to be able to navigate on that. We've also introduced an air steer system to our game, so when you are navigating, you can make course corrections in midair, and I think that it really brings a new fluidity to the navigation system. And then the other thing we do is we introduce what we call visual language, patterns that you're going to see over and over again that give you an idea. Oh, I know I can go over to those. I can grab that, or I can climb up that, and those patterns are established and are expanded all throughout the game as you get new abilities.
And on top of that, then we've got that manifestation of Lara's, keen senses and that survival instinct, which I know is something that hardcore, like classic Tomb Raider fans will never use because they want to have that purest experience. But it is great in case you need a little bit of direction or you want to be able to see things highlighted in the environment that you can interact with at a glance.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to go here, here, and then here. So on the left, go ahead.
Obviously we saw the camps and the hunting for food. Will that be a game mechanic that's actually implemented into the game, as in hunger and drink?
We don't have any survival to hunger meters or there's nothing along those lines in our survival tone. But there is an advantage to hunting. So if you are hunting throughout the game, there is a resource that you can get from hunting. So that gameplay loop of going to a forest and hunting and acquiring food is going to definitely be beneficial for the player. But we don't put them on the edge of death because they haven't hunted for food.
Resource management might make the game a little bit less fun. But I mean, the first time that you have to hunt, it's such a strong story point for Lara. It's her, she realizes she has to hunt or survive, she needs to eat. And so that first time it is one that you unfortunately do have to kill the deer. But after that, it's kind of up to you if that's a mechanic that you want to explore further.
Okay, there's a chap over here who's been waiting a little while on the right-hand side. There you go.
I just want to say, love the art design so far.
Thank you.
Obviously, it's running on hardware that's almost 6 years old. What are you actually doing to push the PC forward and push the hardware forward on the PC?
One thing I'll definitely tell you, if you're a PC fan and you've only played Tomb Raiders on PC, the Tomb Raider experience on PC will be catered to that platform. We look at each of our platforms as to make sure that we're going to give the most as we possibly can for that. We're not going into a lot of details as far as the specific features that we're adding to it, but if you know you have a PC and a strong PC, it's going to look fantastic on it.
Okay, thank you.
I think maybe there's one in this. No, okay. Any more? Okay. Scurry. Sorry. Oh, right, over here on the right. My bad.
Hi there. I was just wondering if you can give an insight into why you felt Tomb Raider needed a reboot.
Megan, you want to take this one?
I think you've been here since the very beginning. I feel like this one's you're a little bit more tuned for.
So the studio was, we finished Underworld, and it was we felt as a studio that was as far as we can take that version of Lara, which was the seeds of Core and what Core had done with Lara Croft. So the goal then was, what do we want to do? What is our, how do we want to take this franchise? We've seen glimpses of Lara as a younger person, but we've never really had a true adventure to showcase the birth of the hero. So we feel that felt like that was the right thing to do. And by doing so, it sort of gave us an opportunity to present a spin on the formula. Like I said, we still have all the classic ingredients of a Tomb Raider game, just sort of reshuffled and refigured to make it a little bit more relevant for the modern gaming space. So we felt the best way to do that was to do this reimagining and make sure at its heart it still was a Tomb Raider game.
Yeah, and the great thing is that now you're going to be able to be there for these iconic moments that you weren't necessarily able to experience. You're going to be there for those scenarios that build Lara Croft into who she is. And I think that as a Tomb Raider fan for a long time, I think that is such a incredible experience. It feels like you're being led in on this awesome secret, or just being there to see her triumph through these struggles and really turn into the hero that we know she can be. So it's a wonderful opportunity and a scary one. It's a really scary one to reimagine a character that's so beloved.
Okay, there's a question right down at the front in the centre.
So when reimagining a series as well loved as Tomb Raider, and this ties in a little bit what you said about that, what elements do you consider sort of sacrosanct, these are Tomb Raider and we need to keep? What elements did you think we can jettison, and what did you want to add that hadn't been there previously?
Yeah, so there was a number of ingredients that we knew we wanted to keep. And the main ingredients was it was definitely going to be Lara Croft. You can't have a Tomb Raider game without Lara. We wanted to, when we thought about the redesign of her, we wanted to make sure that when you looked at her, there was something that you could squint at for sure and say, hey, that's Lara Croft. But we did tend to, what we wanted to jettison was the feeling that she was getting to the point where we felt she was getting invulnerable. That she no matter what, she was either completely alive and perfect when doing something, or she died horribly. So we wanted to give a little bit more in between, a little bit more of a sense of humanity to her. So that was our #1 goal for Lara, was to make her feel human and believable. And then as far as like mechanics and the gameplay formula itself, we wanted to make the navigation more fluid. We wanted to make the combat more visceral and something that was going to be more controllable, so the player had control over where they could shoot and the strategy of shooting. And we wanted the puzzle solving to be as organic to the space as possible. We wanted it to feel like it was a natural occurrence and something that I could use tools and my smarts and my abilities in such a way that felt intuitive to the player. So those are the main goals for this version of our vision for the reimagining of Tomb Raider. And as far as like jettisoning, I think the only thing I would say that we've jettisoned is short shorts.
And specifically into what's kind of the core things you have to hold on to, I feel like Lara herself is very much still the Lara Croft that we know at her heart. I know everyone's seen some very early footage, and so this is the very beginning of her journey, and she's untested, and she's in this horrific situation that I think that if anyone was in this situation, they would be terrified. But what I love about her is that she pushes through that fear, not only motivated by self-preservation, but motivated to rescue her friends. And as she goes on this journey, you see that she is still very much this extremely intelligent, ambitious, she's very much the same adventurous woman. She just doesn't know it yet. And so it's just so cool to see that come to fruition throughout the game.
Okay, there's a question at the back left. Oh, sorry, yes, in the centre at the back of the left. Oh, yeah, go.
Hi, I was wondering, you touched slightly upon it. You said there were sub-quests, extra things. How far is that? Because Lara Croft used to be fairly linear, and I like that, but how important are the sub-quests going to be?
I think the thing we wanted to try to do with these secondary quests are for those that are interested in a deeper understanding of the island. If they wanted to understand, get everything that could possibly be acquired, that these side tombs and these subquests are there for that person that wants to sort of explore every corner of the game. But if you want a full linear straight play, there is no requirement to go off path, but we do encourage it. So there are going to be incentives to go there besides just discovery. There's going to be a reason to want to go there. So I think, we believe, with the gameplay loops that we've created and the way you can upgrade your character, and knowing that there could be some rewards by going to these secondary areas and to do some of the secondary quests, we feel like there's a whole new rich level of gameplay that wasn't as present in past Tomb Raider games.
Mm. Okay, I reckon we've got time for 3 more. There's one there, there's one over there, and then there's, well, we'll work it out. That guy first.
Hi. You mentioned that you can change Lara's costumes. Like, will it happen within the game, or it's like after you unlock one of these, after you completion the game?
We're not going into a lot of detail about the costume change aspect of the game, but what we will say is, for certain, there's costume evolution, right? So as she's playing through the game, as things are occurring, you're going to see the costume evolve. You're going to see, as she becomes more powerful, the wardrobe and her accoutrement are going to, change to reflect that. There is a desire to make Lara feel as grounded as possible as we can in this game. And when you're in your first straight play, we want you to feel like no matter what, when you look at the character, it rings true to that experience. When it comes to subsequent plays, that opens the doors a little bit for that.
Okay, there's a question here on the left.
Early on, I think it was last year, the game got quite a bit of controversy because of the connotations of rape. Was the game changed at all because of that? And if so, what challenges did that pose?
So the content you just saw is the same content we showed at E3. It's literally the same build. Everything that we did has been completely unchanged. So the context against the story is on the screen. And we believe every decision we've made thus far in the game is justified by the situation and story, and is a part of the tapestry of the survival adventure that we're trying to tell. So no changes have been made.
Okay, there are 2 more questions. One is over in the middle of the left, I think. Yep, how do you get?
Hi, the game looks amazing, by the way. I've got kind of 2 questions. The first one is really about DLC. Do you have a plan in place, and obviously how are you going to implement that with it being a single-player campaign? The second question is, with the renewed interest in the Tomb Raider franchise, are there any plans or any talk at the moment to look at bringing that to portable devices, such as obviously the PS Vita, which would be powerful enough to run it?
So I'll take the first question first. First of all, thank you for the compliment on the graphics. There is going to be DLC in our game. The experience you have on disc when you buy the disc, that is going to be a complete story. There's nothing that we would do in DLC that would require you to have that in order to get the full story. So that's the one thing I just want to confirm. So day one, when you put the disc in, that is the game that we want you to play, and the story you want you to play. We're not going into a lot of the details on exactly what the DLC is, but it is definitely a part of our strategy. And what was the last part of the question?
With the renewed interest, obviously, in the Tomb Raider franchise, do you have any plans to bring it to more devices like the PS Vita, the 3DS, and so on?
At this point, we have no. The platforms that we've announced are Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and PC, and those are the platforms we're committed to.
Thanks.
Okay, and I think the last question is over here on the right.
Hi. Yeah, you said you're going to reboot the Lara's character. I just wanted to know if you're going to doing the same for other characters as well, like Winston or Von Croy. And also, will you be bringing back Lara's mansion into the game?
This is a good one.
I actually get that a lot. I get mansion, butler, can you lock him in the freezer, will there be a doppelganger? So by reboot, we mean full reboot. The canon is completely new. Lara's not going to go on to meet the same mentors, have the same friends and experiences and whatnot. It's a total reimagining. But I think that what the team has worked on is going to be just as compelling for you guys. And these new relationships that she's going to establish and foster are very impactful.
Absolutely.
But I don't think there's any mansions on the island, as far as I've seen.
Okay, that's about all we've got time for, so it just remains to say thank you to you guys, and thank you very much to you guys for the wonderful presentation.
Should we call the cosplayers up? We want to